Well, I officially ruined the Land Cruiser. So if you guys are new, this is my 2024 Toyota Land Cruiser first edition, and I've had it for about 3 months. And within those 3 months, we kept it stock because I wanted to see how this vehicle was before I quote unquote ruined it with a lift kit and bigger tires. We took it on a couple road trips, did some MPG tests with it, and also a towing test, which will be coming live in October for you guys. But the time had come to ruin it. So took it up to Yoda Mafia. Ryan and the team there, they installed Westcott Designs pre-collar kit for the 250 series Land Cruiser, which gives us about 2.75 inches up front and about 0.75 inches in the rear. Now, of course, Westcott products made in America, which I love. These ones were nice and anodized, and of course came in their super signature boxes. The install process was pretty easy for Ryan, just doing a preload spacer down at the bottom of the shock strut in the front. And then for the back, all we have to do is just drop the axle down a little bit and then put the spacer puck on top of the rear coil springs. So with the lift kit installed, it has the Land Cruiser sitting pretty nicely. So to complement that lift, we also did some wheels and tires. Now, these do look familiar because they are the same ones that I installed on the Land Cruiser the first month that I had it. However, the rubbing was absolutely atrocious, could barely get out of my garage. And after I got this thing aligned, it does rub a little bit. I will take you guys over to the passenger side to show you the damage and what we may need to do, because it is definitely rubbing on the freaking mud flaps here. So you can see how I kind of cooked the mud flap a little bit, which I am honestly pissed off at myself for. So I will be having to take off, I believe, the mud flaps to allow it to clear properly. And also we may have to pin up the liner a little bit right here. But as for the wheels and tire specs, so we are running a 295 70 R18 Nitto Recon Grappler, a 116S. Now what that means is this is not a 6-ply tire, an 8-ply tire, or a 10-ply tire. That is absolutely pointless for this vehicle for what I'm gonna use it for. And even if I do off-road here in Florida, we have nothing but sand, right? And I do not intend to really off-road this vehicle. So having a very lightweight tire, a very comfortable tire, was super important to me. In fact, this wheel and tire combo only weighs 10 pounds more than the OEM tires and wheel option that was on this vehicle. I know that is still a lot in each corner for rotating mass. However, that is very good, keeping it nice and lightweight. If I went with an E-load rated tire, this thing probably would have driven like crap, and the MPGs would have really suffered. So super happy with the tire that I used. And then the wheel is from Relations Race Wheels. These are their RS7s, mono forged hybrids. So they're a hybrid wheel. You guys can see the outside right there. So if I wanted to do a bead ring, protection ring, bead locks, anything like that, I totally could. But I elected not to on this, and this is a machine polished look, which I think looks really good. And it is a 18 by 8.5 wheel with a plus 12 offset. Now, I do think that eventually I would like to go with like a plus 25 offset, and that may also help with some of the rubbing that we have, because it does poke a little bit too much for my liking. Not a whole lot, but these new Toyotas, the way that Toyota designed them with their fenders, a lot of them have very bulgy fenders. And then down towards the bottom where the canards are, they really come in like pretty sharp. So if I was to do a little bit less of an offset, let's say like a plus 25, it would probably bring the top in absolutely perfect. And then we would just have a little bit of a bulge on the sidewall right there. So how does this thing drive compared to the stock wheels? Are we losing some power with it? Is it loud? Loud. No, it is not loud at all. This is just cruising at 25 miles an hour, coming up to a stop table here, or a little speed table. Feels pretty good going over it. Acceleration. No issues with acceleration if needed. These tires, again, being the 116S, very lightweight tire, not insane, you know, load rating, so it doesn't have a heavy ply to it. They're fairly quiet for being all-terrains. I'm actually really impressed with them. I had these same tires on my Tundra as 37-inch tires, deload rating, you could just hear them more. They were bigger tires, and that with that deload rating being a bit heavier, you could definitely tell that they were there. That is the same too with the weight of them in conjunction with the performance of the engine. This Land Cruiser, it being a hybrid, dude, it doesn't even know that these tires are really on it. Driving characteristics like of this car have not changed at all. The only thing that has so far is MPGs. Now, in all fairness, I have not reset these MPGs since our towing test with it, which again, like I said, will be dropping in October because of the sponsor in that video, and they're gonna have a really good deal for you guys. And I did not reset it, so it has climbed itself up to about 17. There's been some drives, like when I took this to Fort Walton Beach to go get it aligned. When you turn off a Land Cruiser, it'll tell you what its MPG is at, and it said at 23 for that quick little trip that I did. So I have confidence that we will get back up close to the 20 MPG kind of range for this. Again, just because these tires are way lighter, I didn't do any crazy off-roading stuff with them, or like heavy duty tires for off-roading, or a heavy wheel, because these wheels are mono forged, so they're nice and lightweight for the most part. So I'm very happy with this. I'm just glad that it's not like down into like the 14s or 15s, right? As for the difference in speed per GPS on Google and also Waze, it is matching the speedometer. So I'm not sure if this vehicle automatically calibrated itself or what, because we are at about a 34.5-inch tire, like super close to 34.5, and the stock tires on this were like a 32.6 or something. So Toyota said that they were 33s, they're technically not. I say that these are close to 35s, they're technically not, right? So that is negligible when it comes to the speedometer and the differences in that. So as for ride comfort, also with the Westcott kit, weirdly I like it a little bit better, and I don't know why. I feel like the suspension on this Land Cruiser was too soft when it was OEM, and all the Westcott kit does, because if you look at the two suspension right next to each other, they're the same height, right? But what the pre-collar kit does is it basically already preloads the suspension, so when you were to put your stock suspension under your vehicle and the weight of the vehicle settles, it brings that suspension down. But what the preload kit is doing, it's already kind of adjusting for that. So then when the weight of the vehicle is going onto its suspension, it's like, oh, we're already tucked up a little bit. We don't need to fall down in height. So that is what brings the Land Cruiser technically up, is that the suspension is already preloaded, which weirdly for this, like I said, makes it ride a little bit more comfortable. I just feel like the stock suspension on this was too soft. So this is a little bit more rigid now. And I feel like it's just better, honestly. Like when you go over speed bumps, it's not like porpoising a little bit too much. It's just kind of like you go over the bumps like, pop, and it comes back. And it feels even better now too, that I have it properly aligned. But again, I unfortunately have to take off the mud flaps. I cooked one over there on the passenger side, which I'm pissed off about. And we do have to do some trimming up in the front fender area, which should be easy. I should just be able to remove some pins, push the liner forward, and pin it back up. And we may do a bit more of a positive offset wheel in the future. But as of right now, guys, what do you think about the new look on the Land Cruiser? I like it. My wife is learning to like it, especially when it doesn't rub. I feel like she will enjoy it more, but the looks-wise, it's awesome. Guys, I appreciate you all watching, and I will catch you in the next one. All right, see you later.